Imagine marrying someone, not because you loved them, but because you were broken. That's my story. My name is Lily, I'm 28, and I live in Chicago. To everyone around me, I look like the woman who has it all, a sweet husband, a beautiful home, and a picture-perfect life. But here's the truth I've never said out loud: I don't love my husband. Not one bit. And every single day, I'm living a lie. Before I finish this story, I'll ask you one simple question. If you were me, would you stay in a marriage built on kindness but without love? Or would you walk away and break a good man's heart? Stay with me until the end. Because what happened next, even I didn't see coming. I met Ryan 2 years ago. He was gentle, warm, and kind. After my ex, Daniel, left me shattered, Ryan came into my life like a safe place. He told me I was beautiful when I felt broken. He listened when I had nothing to say. So when he asked me to marry him, I said yes. Not because I loved him, but because I was afraid of being alone. On our wedding day, everyone smiled. My mother cried tears of joy. Ryan looked at me like I was the only woman in the world. But I remember standing there, in my white dress, and feeling nothing. Dear viewer, kindly subscribe to my channel and comment below. It helps me know that you are in love with the channel, and it means a lot to me. Tell me, have you ever smiled for the world, while your heart stayed silent? That was me. That was the beginning of my lie. Ryan is the kind of man every woman prays for. Every Friday, he brings home flowers, sometimes roses, sometimes tulips. He cooks when I'm tired. He leaves notes in my bag that say, "I love you, Lily." At night, he kisses my forehead and whispers, "Good night, my sunshine." But me? I lie there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, whispering to myself, why don't I feel the same? Why can't my heart love him back? Viewers, let me ask you, what would you do if someone loved you deeply, but you couldn't love them in return? Would you stay quiet, or would you confess? Comment below, because I really want to know. One evening, we sat on the balcony. The stars were bright, and Chicago's cool wind brushed against my skin. Ryan looked at me and said softly, "Lily, I know you don't love me yet. But I believe you will. My love is strong enough for both of us." His hope felt like chains around my chest. I wanted to scream, "Stop waiting. Stop hoping. I will never love you." But instead, I smiled. I lied again. At night, I cried into my pillow. I wrote in my journal, "I am trapped in kindness. I am drowning in someone else's dream." Have you ever felt that? Like you're living in a house built for someone else, but not for you? My best friend Sophie is the only one I could tell. "Sophie," I said on the phone one night, "I don't love him. I married him to cover my pain." There was silence. Then she whispered, "Lily, maybe you need time. Maybe love will grow." But I shook my head. "No, Sophie. It's been months. And my heart is still cold." She sighed and said, "Then maybe, Lily, you need to be brave. Don't let fear chain you to a life you don't want. Brave. The word echoed in my mind all night. But was I ready to be brave? One evening, Ryan cooked my favorite meal, chicken pasta with garlic bread. He wore his blue shirt, lit candles, and played my favorite music. "This is all for you," he said. "You are my everything." "And me?" I smiled again. Pretended again. Lied again. Later, in the park where he first proposed, he held my hand. "Remember this place? I promised to love you forever." And I wanted to scream, but I never promised love in return. That night, I packed a small bag. I stood by the door, ready to leave. But then I saw Ryan asleep on the couch, his face peaceful. I dropped the bag, fell to the floor, and cried. Have you ever been too kind to hurt someone, yet too broken to stay? That was me. One night, Ryan asked me something that froze me. "Lily," he said softly, "do you want us to have a baby?" A baby? With a man I didn't love? I couldn't breathe. My heart screamed no. "I'm not ready," I whispered. He nodded, hiding his pain. But I saw it. I saw the disappointment in his eyes. That night, I wrote again in my journal, "A child deserves real love, not lies." I can't do this. Viewers, let me ask you, if you were Ryan, would you still hold on? Or would you let go? Finally, I gathered courage. I made tea. Sat with Ryan. My hands shook. "Ryan," I began, "you are a good man. But I don't love you. I never did. I married you because I was broken. I thought love would grow, but it never did." Silence. The kind of silence that hurts more than words. Then Ryan whispered, "I knew, Lily. I saw it in your eyes. I just didn't want to believe it." Tears filled my eyes. "I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you." He looked at me, and with pain in his voice, he said, "I love you, Lily. But I can't be the only one fighting. If your heart isn't here, I can't hold you." And just like that, the lie ended. I moved out. Sophie took me in. Ryan, even in pain, helped me pack. He said, "Take care, Lily. I don't regret loving you." At Sophie's, I cried for days. Then slowly, I began to heal. I joined a writing class at the community center. I poured my pain into words. I wrote about love, mistakes, and hope. One day, Ryan sent me a message, "I'm okay." I joined a cooking class. "I just wanted you to know." I smiled through my tears. I replied, "I'm glad. I'm in a writing class now. It helps me too. I wish you happiness." We both moved on. Different paths. Same scars. One evening, I stood in front of the mirror. The walls of my small studio apartment were painted yellow. Flowers bloomed by the window. It wasn't much, but it was mine. And I whispered, never marry for the wrong reason. Never silence your heart. It's better to be alone and true, than loved and trapped in a lie. If you're still listening to me right now, I want to thank you. Thank you for walking with me through my journey. Now I'll ask you again, if you were me, what would you do? Would you have stayed, or would you have walked away? Comment below. Let me hear your thoughts. And if this story touched you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real stories. Because sometimes, the truth hurts. But in the end, the truth heals.